If you're using a neutron probe, you will have tubes associated with those. And if we want to make any changes to those tube numbers, there are two ways of getting to it. Under the blue menu under blocks, edit tube, which is the same as the little flag here, edit tube. So let's go into edit tubes, and we're working with the block called Poplar. And there are two important things. The one is the calibration associated with this particular block, and then here are the tube numbers. And if you have any kind of mix-up with tube numbers, it's often easier just to create a new set of numbers. For instance, that you could create that if it's a unique number and associated with this block. Remember that if you ever swap numbers with existing blocks and you do a recalculation, then all of that old data will be associated with the new block, which could create a huge mix-up with data. So if you're ever making changes here, be very careful. And you'll see that there are 10 possible tubes. If you can use as many as you need, and when the program runs, it will average the data of all of these. And again, if you've made any changes that will affect the calculation to date, you need to do a recalculation, or at least you need to save any changes that you've made to these numbers. If you do select to recalculate and you save, you will note on the next screen is asking you to select the date where these new calculations need to start. And the further back you go, the longer it takes. And here is a button that simply says recalculate everything. You should never click this button if you have several years of data there, so use it sparingly. Otherwise, select the date and click the select button.